Goosebumps is a book series that I'd be surprised if you didn't know what it is, due to its massive success, but I've made this video basically to talk about it, how the factors made in the book and how it was created basically so heavily contributed to its virality. So if you haven't read the books, basically a summary of what they are a bunch of short horror stories designed for kids, usually starring kids as the protagonist. Examples of stories includes kids discovering a haunted dummy that acts like a malevolent demon, kids are hiking and appear in a weird dimension and are forced to play a deadly game with massive monsters, kids discover a theme park based around horror. Now, almost all of these end with usually some kind of twist, usually the weirdly, surprisingly common twist of, the kids are actually the monsters in the end. That is a weirdly common twist at the end of these books. But basically, I've made this video to talk about all the different factors that contributed to the book's success. The first factor is audience. R.L. Stine, the creator of the books, found a perfect niche for the age and maturity of the books because everything from the titles and covers are made to entice kids, usually from the ages of 10 to 14. And this is a strategy that works perfectly as kids usually want to prove they're older, and because generally that's just something kids want to do, and horror is one of the easiest ways to do that. Hey, so this is just a small intermission between the different parts of my video, and probably as you can tell, the quality of these videos is still not that good. I've been working to improve it, but I just want to say, if you would like to subscribe, then please do. Also, if you have any suggestions for how I can improve my videos, in your opinion, that would be fine. This is still a channel that, in my opinion, I'm still working on hard to make it better, and I hope you enjoy it. It would be nice if you could subscribe, and now I'll let you keep watching the video. The shortness. The fact that the books are usually pretty short is also to their advantage, as usually kids won't have the patience to read something extremely long. Goosebumps are also at a perfect length. That means they can tell a full story but still be finished fairly quickly. It also helps again because their main age demographic is just getting good at reading, so it kind of helps them learn to read with a short amount of reading. The covers of the books are good at showing you a glimpse of the story, while also dropping in just enough weird imagery or horror. Most of these covers can also be pretty informative about the story, and have an art style that is pretty good at catching people's eyes. Amount. There are a lot of Goosebumps books. In total, there are 240 books. And this is something that I was just interested in, because since, the reason I wanted to make this video was because, Goosebumps were some of the first ever horror things I ever knew. I started reading them when I was 3, and it's surprising how little I have, even though for a normal book series it would be considered a lot of books, because I only have 23 books compared to the massive amount of them out. Back to my main point is, since there are so many of the books, it means they can also take up a whole section of a library practically, and it also means there's just enough that basically any person looking at books can probably find one that they think might look good. The stories. So most of the stories are different, even though, again, like I said, there is that pretty common trope, but to my knowledge, throughout the books I've read, that trope has only happened 3 times. Still strange it's happened 3 times, but the books are also a perfect, level of maturity, like I stated before, because they're scary, just scary enough that kids will enjoy them and think they're horror, but won't freak kids out. So it's really interesting how this is all made. So that's all I have to say about basically Goosebumps. That's all I have to say about Goosebumps. Sorry that this video is a slight bit delayed. Some stuff happened and it took a little while longer to produce, but I am going to be trying to be making my videos a bit longer. And this is just something that if anyone is a bit like confused about my schedule with how I've been putting out these videos, what I am trying to do is I am trying to make a bunch of, every once in a while I do a few short videos and a few long videos, but this is a bit more chaotic as these videos are a bit different to produce than normal videos, which I can produce on time at the same time. So if the schedule's a bit sporadic, that's the reason why. But I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you later.